Hello, children. You are welcome to the digital classes of Christ Church Convent Higher Secondary School, Gadawara. I am Amit Toshniwal, your English teacher. This video is for class 10th. Subject is English. Lesson number 8, What is Culture? Part 2. And in this video, we'll end this lesson. Okay, this is the end of lesson after this video. So in previous video we were discussing the views and opinions of Jawaharlal Nehru regarding culture, and the summary of the first video is people, individuals, nations are quarreling and fighting in the name of religion, civilization and culture. Each one of them finds that their own culture, own civilization and own religion is the supreme, is the best one, and for this they fight. But no culture or no civilization is all pristine and pure. It's a mixture of different civilizations and culture, and in course of time they got the present form. So what he says here, now you see on your screen, I'm starting today's video. He says that science. So why science? Why Nehru feels that one should be scientific approach, one should have scientific approach, because a scientific mind examines everything before accepting or rejecting it. First it is justified, verified, then it is taken up or adopted, or before rejection it is taken into consideration. So he tries to imbibe the truth wherever it is found. If it is false one, fake one, not suiting, not suitable, then it is thrown out. It is not taken, it is not adopted. When it suits, so whatever is the truth, that is taken up. So if we represent scientific culture, most of the internal and global problems would find easy solutions. Definitely. The matters, the issues for which nations are fighting, they are quarreling, if they think it over in a scientific way, then they can resolve those problems, they can overcome. So outcomes, what is the outcome? It can be achieved through scientific approach. Next paragraph. So he says that every country believes that has got some special dispensation from providence. भगवान से सब कुछ मिला है, मतलब वो सर्वज्ञानी है, ब्रह्मात्मा है, ऐसा नहीं है. So every country thinks the aligned people and in their own ideas, in their own convictions, and they have got some superiority complexes actually, and they find the others inferior. They believe that the others are inferior creatures. So they have got jolts and have been exploited. So those who are believing that or aspiring that they are superior, so what do? They exploit the inferior ones. So it brought a sense of realism to them. Though they were not advanced in material and technical things, even yet they have proud of their spiritual values. They are not sound in certain things, but they have presumed that they think that what spiritual values they have, they are the supreme ones, they are the finest ones. And Nehru, so he criticized them a lot. So it's not possible that thinking yourself superior and finding other self inferior, you can prove yourself the best one. No, this is not the way. Nations would have to go hand in hand. Then only the dream of world peace can be achieved. See the next para. Nationalism, of course, is a curious phenomenon which at a certain stage in a country's history gives life. Why? Because nationalism only gives limited life, limited growth, limited strength and unity. Why? Why limited? Because it isolates the people of country from the rest of the world. They are never ready to take up new things and they become isolate. They become introvert. So they are not ready and they become not only static but aggressive, and something that breeds, that is conflict and hatred. जो चीज़ पैदा होगी जब खुद को सुपीरियर मानेंगे तो क्या होगा? आप वहीं ठहर जाओगे. You will become aggressive. Nations will become aggressive. And what will breed? Conflicts. झगड़ा होगा, hatred, नफरत होगी चारों तरफ, and wrong point of view. And what will happen? That aggressive nationalism causes international danger. How can the dream of world peace can be achieved? No way, not possible by this way. It makes the culture static. That aggressive nationalism, because of it, conflicts, nuisance arises. So it's a folly to talk of culture or even of God when human beings starve and die. लोग भूखे मर रहे हैं, भुखमरी है, starvation, भुखमरी है, अकाल है, मर रहे हैं. And we are talking about God, we are talking about culture, we are talking about civilization. So what? So what is the first religion? It is humanity. So that has to be adopted. Nations have to work in favor of their citizen, for their welfare, for their education, for their health. So such problems can be tackled in economic and others way. When economic development is there, economic growth is there, then people can have a good standard of life. And if we do not understand, then what will happen? People will become burden for us. They will be burden on economy, and they will be burden on nation. So if we do not understand one another, we would limit ourselves completely. So what to do? What is the way out? We should develop a friendly approach in understanding others with our mind and hearts open. खुले दिल से हम लोगों का स्वागत करें. कोई चीज़ सही है, अच्छी है, उसे स्वीकार करें. क्यों? If approach is good, response is surely good. And vice versa too. Vice versa means opposite. Is if response is good, approach is good. So that will be there. So we must have friendly approaches. That is very, very important, and this is only the fundamental rule of human life, without which harmony cannot be achieved. So we should be always prepared to accept what is good in alliance or with them, because it helps us in enriching our own culture too. And civilization only influences culture the most. So the type of civilization will decide that what is the culture. Actually, culture is evolved or inherited, not made or acquired. So it transforms generation to generation. It transforms. So ultimately, what conclusion can be drawn? And it is that culture means betterment of human species through purity of mind. Purity of mind, scientific approach, all wisdom, knowledge, intellect. So this is what we need to adopt. The first religion is humanity. Humanity. Okay? One should not have presumptions for anything until and unless it is justified, it is verified. Then only all the cultures can develop, can blossom. So I believe you have got it, what is culture, and now you will learn question answers of this lesson. Thank you.